Are you going through difficulties right now? Or are you facing a new opportunity that you need to take advantage of, but you just haven't done that? Or maybe you're facing some sort of challenge right now that you need to overcome. Or how about you just got everything that you ever worked your butt off for, but you're having a hard time taking advantage of it? These are the 4 seasons that we all fall into. And Jim Rohn has done an awesome job by giving us instructions on how to deal with these seasons in life when they come. I'm here to break that down for you and give you a practical solution of how you can apply it to your everyday, so that way you can develop the mindset to get you through anything that you're going through. Hey, what's going on? This is Roger with Passive Gains for Life, where we focus on the mindset, the skill set, and the tool set so you can get the assets earning you passive gains for life. And right now, I want to focus on one of the major things that you have to have when you're starting out in business or any type of journey that you want to better yourself in. And that number one thing is mindset. Now, Jim Rohn has done an awesome job with breaking down your mindset into 4 seasons. If you know anything about Jim Rohn, he's a prolific speaker. He had a way of breaking down some of the most complex things in very simple ways where everybody can understand, and listening to Jim Rohn can help you better yourself. He talks about how to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. In this video, we're going to take a look at the 4 seasons that we all go through. And season number 1 is winter. For most of us, winter seems like a year-round thing. And I don't mean the coldness of the air. I mean the difficulties that we face in life, the pain that we run into, the things that just kind of keep us from getting to where we want to go. And the way Jim Rohn breaks this down is that he explains how the winter is a mindset. Right? When you're facing these difficulties, when you're going through your winter in life, you can't see a way out. Maybe you're heartbroken. Maybe a tragedy happened. Maybe a loved one died. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you lost a relationship that you were in. When these difficulties happen, it's best to take a step back, realize that winter does not last forever. And you're going to find a way out of it. It's going to be tough. And it's not just as simply as just thinking your way out, but you have to apply a mindset that's going to keep you from failing during these tough times in your life. I don't know where you are right now. I don't know what you're suffering with, but I can tell you one thing, that it will not last forever. Hold on to what you have. Keep faith that you're going to get through it. And I promise you, as the sun comes up the next day, you're going to get through it. Let's move on to the next season. The next season that we follow, winter, is naturally spring. Springtime is usually the season of new opportunities or new ideas. And you've made it through that difficult night, that difficult winter. Now you can feel the thaw of the land coming. Right now you can see a path out, but sometimes you can be staring at an opportunity or a path out, and you've just gotten through that winter, but you don't know how to take advantage of that opportunity. Well, with this mindset in this particular season, now you have to pivot. Now it's not a holding on. Now is the opportunity in spring to take advantage, to take a risk, to go after the thing that you want the most. Right? When we go through things as people, we're left with these opportunities sitting in front of us. And then we kind of get in this mode where it's like, well, I don't know what I want to do. Here's the thing. You're not going to know what's going to work for you until you reach out and take advantage of it. If you don't do that, then you won't ever seize the opportunities that are ahead of you. Will failure happen? Will you mess up? Maybe, but you can't be afraid of those things. If those things keep you from taking advantage of your new opportunity or taking advantage of a new idea, if you're worried about the outcome, that it may not be a favorable one, then you're wasting your precious time and you're wasting your life away. Take advantage of the opportunities. The spring is here. Seize the moment. If you're in this spring and you're hearing this right now and you have an opportunity, you have a new idea, you have something new that can help you, and you're just kind of looking at it like, oh, I don't know if I should. Stop it and do it. Move forward. Let's go on to the next season. Naturally, what comes after spring? That's right, the summer. Oh, it's hot. It's time to just be in the heat of things. Now, this is your time of challenge, but hold on. This is also a time where you need to pour it on. You need to actually get into a space where you can protect yourself and nourish yourself and bring on this challenge. I live in South Florida. Whenever summer comes around, you already know hurricane season is upon us. Do you have your stuff stocked in the shelves? Do you got enough water? You got some batteries? Do you have all of your hurricane supplies and electronics charged up whenever they tell you a hurricane is going to go through? It's tough. You can't predict the weather in these seasons, right? But you can develop a healthy mindset that's going to see you through each and every one of these seasons in life. And yeah, we might suffer through some sort of hurricane in our personal lives during the summer. But when these challenges come, you need to take advantage of these moments. The way Jim Rohn breaks this down into two roles, more like a parental role, right? A mother and a father. Now, this is how he breaks it out. As a mother, you need to nourish whatever you have. So whatever opportunity you took advantage of in the spring, whether that be a business, whether it be a website, whether it be a YouTube channel, a community that's on Facebook or something like that, you need to nourish that. Even though it might be challenging, you need to pour into that community, pour into that Facebook page, pour into that YouTube channel, develop and grow it, right? It's the summertime. It's hot, right? Things can burn up if they're not being taken care of. They can dry up if it's not being watered. And if you come with this mother-like instinct to nourish and take care, picture the people that's in your community, right? I'm kind of doing that right now with this video, is because we've gotten more subscribers. And don't forget to subscribe if you're watching this video, but we've got more subscribers. So I feel that I need to nourish the people that we do have, right? And I want you to understand that when I create these videos, it's because I want you to succeed in whatever you got going on. Let's not forget, if you don't take care of people, you will never find the wealth that you're looking for. You will never find the income that you're looking for. When we're in the time of summer and we're nourishing our channels or our Facebook page, our communities, we have to realize on the other side of that digital screen, on the other side of this camera, they're real live people who are listening, who are out there searching and looking for help. And if you're one of those people who's doing something similar to what I'm doing, or you're running a Facebook page, or you're selling a product, remember that the people on the other end are real. And they're not just numbers, they're not just paychecks, they're real people. Nourish them, teach them something, protect them, tell them to stay away from things that's not good for them. Whatever it is that you're doing, make sure that you're nourishing that. And if you're not in that space and you're trying to get there, you need to nourish yourself. Yes, that's right. You need to protect yourself. If you're just starting out, if you're brand new, the best gift you can give to anybody, to your family, is for you to develop a better you. Get a better mental attitude. Work harder on yourself than you do on your job. Develop yourself so that way you can become the person that is able to help other people. Now, we're still in summer, so it's a little, he goes a little deep on this, and I kind of got a lot written out here. I want to move into, from the nourishing aspect that he mentions, which is being a mother, to the role of a father. Now, when we take a look at the role of a father is to be protective, right? I'm a dad. I have 3 children. Being in the role of a protector, it just comes natural. You can't help it. So what you do is you look out for your family. You look out for your business. How he explains this is that he takes the role of a father and then you apply that to whatever it is that you're working on, right? So if you have a channel, if you have a Facebook page, if you have a website, if you have a community, if you're selling products, you also need to nourish those things and protect those things. What does he mean by protecting? So you have to look out for enemies. The enemies come in all shapes and sizes, right? It could be haters that come inside of your community. It could be people trying to trash your brand. And we often see enemies as people, right? We often see enemies as outsiders, those who are coming in to attack us. But what Jim definitely highlights here when he says being a father and being protective is that you have to protect them from yourself. You could be your own worst enemy. And trust me, I know very well how I could be my own enemy. You think about it. We've all gone through this. Doubt, indecision, pessimistic. We're often cynical, right? We're complainers. We do things and we just have this stinking mindset, right? We just got this stinking thinking that he used to say back when I was younger, stinking thinking. You know, when you have that type of enemy that lives within, it's not as easy to defeat. And this is where mindset, it becomes the number one thing that you have to develop. You have to develop a healthy mindset. I got up at 5 o'clock this morning to film this, right? It's about 7 a.m. right now at the time that I'm talking to you, right? And you're on the other side of this video, watching this video. Hopefully you stayed this long into the video. But, you know, this is a day off for me. I don't have to be up this early, but I had to defeat that enemy that was telling me, hey, man, you can sleep 5 more minutes. You can stay in bed a little bit longer. You don't have to be nowhere. But I know if I don't get up and get this done, it will not get done. So defeating the enemy within is real, right? It's a tough thing to do. And sometimes you just have to just get up and defeat it the best way you possibly can. And whatever that looks like for you, I know you can do it. The summertime is the hottest time of the season. It's where everything could go wrong or everything could go right. It depends on how you tend to your crop. For me, it's easier to look at this as a farming perspective, right? You got the winter, you got the spring, you got the summer. You know, the winter, you can't do anything during that time but just hold out until summer, right? Hold out until spring. When springtime comes, now you have those opportunities where you can plant your seeds. Now you can get out there and put them in the ground. The ground is softened up enough where you can plant, and you know that eventually the summer is going to come where the plants are going to start growing, but you got to get out there. You got to water that field. You got to make sure that you keep that thing fertilized, watered, and nurture it and protect it from anything coming in. That leads us to our 4th and final season, the harvest. The harvest time is where we've held on through the winter. We got to springtime where we planted our new opportunities. We seized the moment. Now during the summer, we protected it. We watered it. We made sure that it was fertilized. We protected our mental crops, right? We protected our opportunities. Now we're moving towards the harvest. And the harvest is when you've gotten the very thing that you wanted. You've gotten it all. The opportunities that you took advantage of in the spring is now bearing fruit. You're getting the return on your investment, right? Now we're in that crucial time where we're going to have to harvest. In the harvest time, Jim Rohn highlights 1 or 2 ways that you can feel when you're harvesting, right? In the harvest time, you can feel like maybe you don't deserve it. Even though you're reaping the fruits of your labor, right? Even though you've suffered through all of this stuff and you're finally getting a return and you feel like don't really deserve this. That's a mindset that has to go, because it's the harvest time. You worked hard for this. Let yourself know, hey, I did what I needed to do. Now I'm getting it back. Yes, you do deserve it. You most definitely do deserve it, because you worked for it. Don't let that mindset to seep in to think that you don't deserve the things that you worked for. You most definitely did. And you should take that and you should relish in that fact. And also there's another mindset that comes into the harvest. It's called laziness. I gotten everything I worked for. I could take a break. Yes, take a break, but don't take a break for too long. Don't allow your harvest time to turn into a rest time. Here's what you need to understand. You've worked hard. Maybe you don't identify with the side that feels like, oh, I don't deserve this. Maybe you feel like, man, I'm ready to take a huge break, take some time off, and just enjoy the fruits of my labor. Great. But if you do, keep it short. Why? Because you don't want to become apathetic. You don't want to become lethargic. You don't want to just roll back into that mindset that you had before you started all of this, and become lazy mentally. Why? Because the next season to follow the harvest is going to be winter. If you don't harvest during the fall, during your harvest time, if you don't bring in everything that you've planted, the fruits of your labor, if you don't bring those in during the time of harvest, when the winter comes, and it will come, when the winter comes, you're not going to be prepared for it if you don't take in your harvest and enjoy it and get back to work. Maybe it might be a new project. Maybe it might be a new page. Maybe it might be a new YouTube channel. Maybe it might be a new community. Whatever it is that you need to grow next, start working on it during the time of harvest, because right after that time, the winter is going to show back up. And then the spring, and then the summer, and then the harvest time again. You want to be prepared for all of these seasons. So with that, if this helped you, please like that video. Please subscribe to our channel, where we're going to be bringing out more content like this. To this time, this particular video was a mindset video, and I want you to feel like you have a place to come to get a healthy mindset. This is what I was looking for when I was going through my beginnings of starting this channel and starting my endeavors online, and I just want to give back to you, so that way you can come to a place where you can develop a mindset in a practical way and grow yourself so you can have passive gains for life. I'm Roger. It's been fun. I'll see you next time. Take care.